My husband's stepmother loves creating drama, so I yelled at her.
Ah!
Thanks, Riley. My 41 females, husband, 43 female, stepmom, Mimi, and I have a rough relationship. She's the same sort of person who seems to enjoy drama, resorting to creating it when none exists. For the sake of brevity, I'll focus on my details of this single event alone, but I'll do my best to answer any questions in the comments regarding the history and whatnot. By the way, this comes from Hope Vlad at 9891 on the r/OKstorytime subreddit. So this weekend, my father-in-law is having his retirement party, and we were invited. As we live around 5 hours away, the plan for us was to stay in their downstairs, just set up like a separate apartment for the weekend. The initial plan was to pick up the kids, 7 male, 5 female from school, drive down, thus arriving at 9 p.m. The kids' school was canceled, so we changed plans to leave earlier, and my husband called them to let them know. She started screaming at him how his father had a meeting till 8 p.m. and we could not, under any circumstances, arrive before that meeting was over because it would cause too much noise and he had to finish his work on his last day.
What? There's literally a thing called noise canceling on headphones?
So to keep the peace, we left around the same time and still arrived at 9 p.m. When we got there at 9 p.m., an hour after the children's usual bedtime, just to keep the peace, husband went inside with the kids while I started gathering things in the car to carry in. About 10 minutes later, I walk in with my arms loaded with luggage and head downstairs after saying hello to my father-in-law, who hasn't gotten up from the sofa. Fat butt. My son then hollers, "But I want to go downstairs." To which I holler from the stairwell, "Then come down," thinking nothing of it. I open the door to the downstairs, and Mimi is immediately in my face with her finger wagging me, "Because I don't want you downstairs." She pushes me.
With your luggage?
Whoa. I dropped the bag, at which point I was a bit of an a-hole because I raised my voice. "Well, fine, then you figure out to do with all these bags." And I just stomp off because this grown woman just put her hands on me. But she followed me while slapping at me. It's some sort of slap fight, which I was unaware we were having. Kind of like, yeah. And I just kept backing up. And at this point, I screamed at my husband, "We're going to a hotel. You need to back down, get your bags, because I'm not speaking to her again. She put her hands on me. If she does it again, I'm not responsible for what happens." So she then proceeds to yell at all people while I walked outside to cool off. I was sitting in the car with my visibly upset children, calming them, when my husband comes out and Mimi is following, waving her arms. She then looks at me, points a finger as if I'm a small child, and says, "Get back in that house. Your father-in-law is crying because you're leaving. Look at what you've done." I looked at my husband and I told him, "We don't need to listen to this. Let's go." She then got in my face again, refused to take her arm off of the car door. I asked her, "What would you do if someone pushed you and screamed in your face?" To which she replied, "I'd ask them why and stay calm."
Why? Stay calm.
Yeah, right? As she's grabbing her door and yelling in her face.
Oh my gosh.
Literally doing the opposite. At this point, I was very much the a-hole because, again, I replied, "Well, you better hope I never put my hands on you and prove you wrong, bro. You cannot be coming after Granny like that."
What?
Yeah, we can't be coming after Granny like that. That's too crazy.
Now it's crazy for you, John?
Yeah.
Now it's too crazy?
That's the line that we draw for you.
So that's a line?
Yeah, of course.
We found John's line today, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, man. What are you talking about? It's
What do
crazy.
you mean? You've tried to off so many people today.
For much less.
No.
Yeah, for way too much less.
Dude.
Are you gaslighting me?
Huh? Are you gaslighting me?
I don't even know how to spell it.
That's what I want to know.
Are we having a gaslight off?
Yeah, we're having a gaslight off.
Back to the story.
We left and got a hotel room. While I understand I could have handled many aspects of the situation better, I know that there's a history of abuse in my life, and when she put her hands on me, I snapped. Grown woman should never get in another's face and push her unless she's looking for a fight. She said, "Granny, if you want to throw hands, then try."
I want to hear the bell.
Ding! This is how I was raised, and it's hard to break.
Oh my God.
Oh, Opie's had a scrap or two in her life, and she hasn't lost all of them.
She's not.
Dude, Granny wants to fight. Yeah.
Opie's ready to knock Granny's lights out. Other than remaining calm while being physically and verbally assaulted, I don't know what I might have done better. I just keep replaying it and regretting my every move. Today is the retirement party. Oh my God, I totally forgot.
We've been distracted. Yeah.
This is beautiful. Dude, you know what I'm getting right now?
What?
WWE vibes. Smack talking each other, and they're about to fight at the retirement party.
We've got Get Off of Me Grand Granny ready for the grand smackdown of the century. Hiya!
And traumatized OP, ready to beat her down.
Traumatized Tina.
Ready to send her to God.
Finish her.
Yeah, literally, dude. Oh my God.
Wow.
And I'm dreading it. And there's an update.
Do we do a roundhouse kick to the face or just a haymaker right hand?
Also, do we throw our bets in? Do we parlay this, boys? Do we want to make a quick buck off of this right here?
I have OP winning and then parlay with Grandpa saying, "Oh no, she's too old."
Grandpa cries again. That's your parlay.
Just a straight uppercut to Granny. Like, I'm sending you up to heaven.
Also, OP reminds me of my mom because my mom would be doing stuff like this.
Oh my God.
No cap. No cap. And she's strong. She works out all the time.
I believe it, dude. I think it's too far. I think what should happen is I think Opie can say, hey, I shouldn't have threatened you with like anything physical back, but don't push me. Don't get in my face. Don't say anything about my family. Why are you so... how about we ask father-in-law if we can come earlier? Like, I feel like this is not really that big of a deal. Well, let's like, if anything, hey, maybe it is. Let father-in-law tell us. And if you tell us in a calm and reasonable, like, oh, you can add a rev, a minimum of RPM, or everything will fall and boil into hell and we'll all die. No, we can't do that.
Honestly, I don't think it's too far. Because this person, imagine...
She's Granny.
Not saying, like, if someone's grandma came and pushed me, I'd be like, whoa. But like, if I was like, I'm imagining and embodying this person as my mother that is 5'5". If I was a 5'5" woman and some old lady with her old lady strength is coming and like putting her finger in my mouth, grabbing me while I have suitcases on and I have a kid near me that I could fall on or hurt. Oh, you bet. I'm embodying my mother right now. Oh, you bet. I'm going to be clotheslining her if she touches me again. You bet.
Traumatized. The party begins at 2 p.m. It is now 11:30. I dropped off my husband to spend some time with his father. I told him the kids and I will be back once the others have arrived. I just received a call from husband that said she's ready to talk. I explained to her and she seems to understand. None of this has me hopeful for an apology, and I'm wary to go before the party. I told my husband I'd already promised the kids they could play in the pool at the hotel, but I'll see what I can do. But honestly, I don't want to go before others arrive. I like that. I also don't want my husband angry at me for keeping the kids from their grandfather. Man, this sucks.
Yeah, because you got the grandmother like there with the grandfather.
Second update. I avoided her throughout the party, for which my husband informed me I needed to get over it. We've had words. Looks like I'll be continuing with this until he realizes the gravity of it all. We have a final update. Did they scrap?
I need to know right now.
Who won?
Put your final bets in now. This is your last chance, everyone.
I don't think they fought physically. I think they just used their words.
I think they just gave each other side eyes.
Okay picks. Final update. The party is over. The kids and I are at the hotel while my husband spends the last evening with his father. She is obviously given a different version of the story, and he was trying to merge versions to find a middle truth. Because what many seem to miss, he did not see what happened. My son only saw because he began to follow me downstairs. I flat out told husband what she was saying was a lie, and my son was present and told him exactly what he saw. My husband seemed a bit floored. He said, well, inform them tomorrow before leaving town that we are not comfortable with her being alone with the kids, and I am not comfortable being around her. However, I will be around her if and only if my husband is present, and that's only because he wants to see his father.
That's a good middle ground, I think.
By the way, if you want to see us, there's no barriers. You just tap our profile every weekday at 3 p.m. PST while we are live, like we are at this very second. There you go. With time and behavior that changes, trust may be built. Deep down, I know that behavior won't change, but I think husband needs time being in the same room with it to understand that. I personally cannot ask him to give up on his father without him reaching the conclusion himself. Resentment builds that way. I've also suggested to him that we begin couples counseling because I think he needs to hear ugly truths, and a mediator/counselor present would help. Thank you for all the advice, kindness, and even slaps of truth I didn't want to hear.
Ooh. Yeah, we all lost money here.
We all lost, but it seems like there's also maybe a problem with the father-in-law too. Obviously not as strong,
Yeah.
But maybe just that he like allows these things to happen, or he's just like, no, like stay. He's just like encouraging everyone to come back together. It's like, hey, us being together is what causes these issues.
Yeah.
And the husband is very resistant to accept that is the vibe.
I have seen relationships where people are stuck in marriages and they're just like, whatever she does, all right. And they're not confrontational and they mind their own business in their own marriage, which is dangerous.
You mind your own business, you lose your mind. And your business because you get a divorce.
I like Sydney with kidneys comment. Big surprise. Vegas won again.
That's true. The house always wins.
The house always wins.